Hey, I'm Ken Ellison from Ellison Machine Shop. You all know me. I'm your engine guy. I'm really excited to bring you today a really special project that we had the pleasure of doing. This is a 525 horsepower, 289 Ford Cobra engine. It's going into a Shelby 65 Shelby kit car, Cobra kit car for David Klee. And we've had the pleasure to get to do this, me and all the guys in the shop here. Beautiful set of Weber carburetors, set up 8-stack carburetors, just like the old Cobras always had, a kind of original, basically got the original look to it, other than we added some AFR heads to it. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Beautiful carburetor setup, come from Jim Ingles. I'll tell you all about that. That was a great experience. I'm going to fire this up, let you hear it, and I'll be back to tell you about it. Okay, well, first of all, as I said, this is a 289 engine, and Dave, the customer that owns the project, he's trying to keep it basically original. I mean, it is a kit car, so he's adding a few things to his own design. You know, didn't really want to go back together with this thing and run basic 289 Ford heads on it. Yeah, they're not bad, but nevertheless, if we go with an original head, you're talking about a pair of heads that are 50 years old or so. So he just wanted everything nice, new, pristine. But we did stick with an original block, a 289 C5 AE block. And we flip-flop back and forth about what we were going to do with the cylinder heads. And he just decided, you know, AFR is one of the nicest heads you can buy. So that's what we did. And he called and talked to and set the whole thing up with Jim Ingles about the intake manifold setup. And after this came in, I spoke to Jim. I highly recommend this setup. I highly recommend Jim as a businessman. I've talked to him several times. He is a person who's very easy to get in contact with. He personally answers his phone. He personally returns phone calls if you have to leave a message. And the customer service, I can't say enough about. This setup comes in all types of size, all types of models. He does small blocks and big block Chevys, a lot of different Ford engines and blah, 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 so forth. They also do the really nice side draft carburetors. You want to talk about eye candy, really nice stuff. But this particular project, like I said, is making about 525 horsepower. Actually, that's doing the math on it. If you've ever seen my video on calculating horsepower, the cubic inch of the engine, this is a stroker engine. This is a 336 cubic inch 289 engine that it's basically little, you know, it's a 331 at 60 over. So that's how we come up with that. So we bored and stroked this, and it's got a hydraulic roller cam, Urson hydraulic roller cam. And if you've ever seen my video on calculating horsepower, you know if you take the cubic inch and the flow of the heads, it's basic to do the math. This is a total street engine. He'll have no trouble driving this as much as he wants to drive it. Very impressed with this. I've been running this. We haven't even had to run a fan on this for the most time. Unless it was very warm outside, this engine is running so cool that the temperature is staying at about 190 degrees, maybe get to 195, the thermostat opens, it comes right back down again. And you can believe that's got a lot to do with the amount of air that's flowing through this engine and having everything finely tuned. But anyhow, this is a really special engine, and I'm really excited to share it with you. Honestly, I understand some people like one manufacturer more than another. I get that. I don't. I'm excited about all of them. I'm an engine guy. I'm not a Ford guy. I'm not a Chevy guy. I'm an engine guy. But if this doesn't excite you, if you say, "Oh, I don't like Fords," you don't get it. If you're the kind of guy that says you should have put LS in it, you just don't get it. I mean, if a 525 horsepower 289 in the Cobra don't excite you, man, I think you're dead. I got in business many years ago to do engines like this. I'm still in business today over 40 years later because I get to work on engines like this. And once again, I don't try to take all the credit for this. Every one of my guys had a hand on this, and my guy AJ did the majority of the work on it, on the bottom end and assembly and stuff. But this is a team effort. Every job that comes into my shop is a team effort. You know, I have a hard time ever seeing myself walk away from this. It's a stressful job. It's a fun job, but all work is stressful. I expect to die in my work boots. But once again, like I said, I want to bring something to you I don't show you every single thing we do. I like to show you the stuff that is extraordinary, that impresses me. This impresses me, and I think you'll really enjoy something like this. Like I said, once again, I know I'm double talking. I can't say enough about Jim Inglis with this setup. If you're looking for something different, this engine revs and sounds different than other 289s making the same amount of power. I can't really explain that to you through a video so much, but if you was here and you'd have heard it run, this is the kind of engine that deaf, dumb, and blind people, not to be rude, but that you don't have to have your regular senses. You can feel this thing running. When you hit the throttle, it's inside your chest. So anyhow, once again, I'd like to say thank you to David for allowing us the privilege to do this kind of engine, and we'll be back. See you soon.